All right, here we go. Oh, that's crooked. That's not straight. Why does it look like? Why does it look? This is zoomed in. There's no way it's not. Why is it? Oh, there we go. All right, there we got it all figured out. I knew something looked odd. It was zoomed in. Oh, I didn't turn on my light. All right, here we go. Hey Kobe, hey Joel, hey Barry Boy. How's all your guys' nights going? Hey King Fragrance. How's everyone's night going? Everyone, real quick, just start off the live. Put what you guys are wearing as your guys' fragrance of the day. Hey, what's good, y'all? What's up? I got my Azar, the most wanted parfum. So, Barry Boy, you said you got a 3.4 ounce of Azar, the most wanted parfum for $117. When I bought it, it was probably November or December of 2022. It wasn't on sale or anything, but retail 3.4 ounce, it was like $95. So they have gone up in price. But that was something interesting that I realized once you said it. Hey Scott, how are you doing, man? Didn't have a fragrance of the day. I was in my crib. That's fair. Versace the Dreamer. Versace the Dreamer. You know what? It's one I don't talk about that often. But it's a very artistic fragrance. It's not gonna be for everyone. That's what you need to understand with this cologne. But this cologne in of itself is an art. And one thing that I think is special, although if you get the new edition, it's technically not the original, but from what I heard, to the average person's nose, they can't tell the original or the rerun apart. I have the rerun. It was re-released in the 2010s, but the original Versace the Dreamer was released in, I can't remember if it was 1994 or 1996. I think it was 94, and Gianni Versace died in 96. But the original The Dreamer, and you could just say the new reruns, are the last cologne that Versace himself had anything to do with. So it definitely has more of a deeper meaning, I would say. But actually smelling the fragrance, it's a white floral heavy fragrance, which that's really hit or miss with people. Some people love white florals, some people don't like it. If you just like white florals, you probably shouldn't try it. If you love white florals, definitely try it. Mod only chat. I didn't even think about that. Fragrance of the day, Tom Ford Lost Cherry. Need to smell that one. Arolfa today by Creed. I saw that one when I was rating your collection. I never heard of it before that. But that one looks interesting. Fragrance of the day, Coach Platinum. I smelled that one time. It was good. It didn't stand out in any way to me, but it definitely smelled good. I would say good, versatile, everyday fragrance. But Versace the Dreamer, also, one thing I think is interesting is this stuff shot up in price. Whenever I see it on my rack stores for a 3.4 ounce, it's like $45. My brother, this was my brother's bottle, and then he gave it to me. So I want you guys to guess how much my brother bought this bottle for. Now the price is $45, but I want just a couple of you guys put in your guys' guess how much he bought this bottle for. 3.4 ounce. Obviously new, but he got it from Ross. There's another hint, because if you guys go to Ross, it's, at least for me, I have a Ross and TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx is a little more expensive. Ross is the slightest bit cheaper. $25, $20. All right, $20. Okay. I paid $20 for my 3.4. Okay, I don't know. They must have gone up in price, because every single time I see them, they're like $45 now at TJ Maxx. $16. But he bought this fragrance probably like 2 or 3 years ago. He was a freshman in high school when he got it, I want to say. And he just graduated high school. So he had this fragrance for a couple years. But yeah, interesting. It shot up in price. Like I said, every time I see it now, they want like $45 for it. But it used to be super cheap. I would say grab it. Kind of like what Benji said. It's like masculine and clean tobacco. It's, yeah, tobacco, white floral. But like I said, not a very, I guess you would say, not a really mass appealing fragrance, but it's good. I recommend it. If you can get your hands on a bottle, it's a good fragrance. Also, it's just a nice looking bottle. Like, I like the cap. I love how it looks. It's one of my favorite bottles, and I just love this scent. Inflation. Dude, inflation's so crazy. Like, even with the Zara the Most Wanted Parfum was 95 when I first bought it. Now it's 117. But yeah. Oh my god. What is this on? There we go. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna say, these are so, like, they're nice to have. I have it filled up with my Zara, the Most Wanted Parfum. But since they're not flat, they won't sit anywhere. So I have to lean it up against stuff. So whenever I pull a cologne out, it just falls. And it drives me bonkers. All right, we're going to keep it as that. Yeah, Versace bottle designs are great. Yeah, they're really good. Should I get Mancera Tonka Cola? The notes look really good. I'm definitely going to be getting it, but you should get it. Tell me how it is. The sprayer is odd, but I don't mind it. I kind of like how it's a built-in cap. Or a built-in sprayer. I do have some fragrance battles. Get the TikTok shop stand. I know you're probably talking about one in specific. I've seen a bunch of them off TikTok shop. A lot of ones are like, if you have more than 5 colognes, you need this $3 stand. And the stands like look so like bad quality. I definitely do need to get another stand because that's already filled. That has 2 stories and that one's filled. That one fits like 12 colognes. But I definitely need to get another stand. I don't have Tonka Cola, but I'm really a fan of Mancera. Quality in general, all Mancera is incredibly high quality. That's one thing I've heard, but I've also heard the opposite. I've heard some people saying, like Mancera and Montal should just be like a designer fragrance because that's like the, I guess, quality of the fragrances. That's one thing that I heard, but I think it's kind of stupid. I've never personally smelled a Mancera fragrance, but Hollis said she wants to buy me a niche cologne. So I said if she does buy me one, I said Mancera Cedrat Boisé. I've heard that it's just a really good entry to niche colognes, and also it's not super expensive. It's like $74 off Joma Shop. So I kind of wanted to say something. I kind of wanted to tell her something that was a little cheaper as well. Burlington has mad fragrances. They do have a bunch of fragrances. But I do have a fragrance battles, like I said. I took everything that I have like a flanker of in my collection. There are 3 that I don't know if they qualify as flankers. I'll show you them first. Hugo Boss Energize and Hugo Boss Energize and Hugo Boss Extreme. I don't know if these are flankers of each other. They just had similar bottles, and they're the 2 Hugo Boss fragrances that I have. So I just put them together. Another one, Le Beau and Ultramall. I know that Le Beau and the Le Male line are different lines, but I just threw them together. And then I'm pretty sure this one counts, but L'Homme and La Nuit de l'Homme. I looked it up. It said that La Nuit de l'Homme is in the L'Homme line, so I hope that it actually does work. But other than that, we have actual flankers. Love Burlington. I've never been to a Burlington. Also, the Mancera presentations are really cool. It has a magnetic cap with a pressurized atomizer. I've heard that the bottle design, the actual ingredients, everything is super high quality, and it's not that expensive. Do you have Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue? Yes, I have Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue EDT. It's good. I love this one. That's a fragrance. When I was at Ulta with my mom, she smelled it, and she said, oh, I remember when that cologne came out. I love it. So she likes that one. I found most of my banger finds at Ross. So I found my bottle of Acqua di Gio Profondo at Ross, $90. Insane. 4.2 ounce. Insane. I feel like, okay, here's the thing. I felt like I was super lucky. And then like the next week they had another one. So it was crazy that they had 2. Found Coach Green and Hermes H24 at my Burlington. I haven't smelled Coach Green. I smell Coach Blue. I like Coach Blue, but Coach Green is like has kiwi in it, if I'm not mistaken. Danbury, I like L'Homme. Yeah, L'Homme is good. It just doesn't last, but way too overpriced. There was a Terre de Hermes EDT 1.7 ounce. They wanted like $60 for it. Do you have Carolina Herrera Bad Boy Cobalt because it's amazing? I do agree with you. It is amazing. I don't personally have it. King Fragrance has it. He loves it. One of my buddies has it, so I have smelt it, and I think it's good. But we're going to get into the first part of the fragrance battles. We're just going to get the 3 that I already showed out of the way, I suppose. So, Hugo Boss Extreme, Hugo Boss Energize, hey, Zach, how are you doing, man? Hugo Boss Extreme, it starts off really fresh with with green apple in the opening, and then has some powdery notes in the dry down. So it's a powdery and fruity fragrance that lasts like 8 hours on my skin. Hugo Boss Energy has more of a citrus forward opening, still has some powdery notes, and it has juniper and some woody notes. So this is a nice blend of woody and citrusiness. Lasts, I would say, about 5 to 6 hours. Not the strongest fragrance. They're both similar price. They're like 27 bucks for a 2.5 ounce a piece, but both great fragrances. I would say if you pick up both of them, even if you spend $35, you would not be upset about it. So Hugo Boss, Hugo Extreme up against Hugo Energize. Oh my god, I can't spell Hugo Energize. Also, Energize is spelled weird. I always thought it was Energize, but it's Energise. So, kind of just an interesting spelling. But I'll see what you guys like. Cool Ball is. Oh, I already read that. Do you like cheese? Yeah, cheese is good. Doing good. Graduated a couple days ago. Hey, congrats, man. Hugo Boss Extreme, fair. Congratulations, Zach. But yeah, between these two, I like them both. I'm gonna be dead honest. I don't say I reach for one more than the other. Hugo Boss Extreme does last a little bit longer. Lasts like 8 hours. It is an eau de parfum though. Energize is an EDT, but this scent I can't get enough of this scent. It's almost like an addicting blend of notes. But it's good. We'll see what you guys like. Hugo Extreme. Okay. Hugo. Oh my god, end the poll. All right. Hugo Boss Extreme ended up winning 88% to 12%. I kind of expected that. I know a decent amount of people have smelled or just at least heard about Hugo Boss Extreme. Not a lot of people have heard about Hugo Boss Energize. I feel like it's one that you definitely need to smell it. It's one that you need to smell first before you can before you really just like say, oh, I like one of these over the other. Obviously, if you guys haven't smelled it, obviously vote for the one that you have smelled. But this one, get your nose on it if you haven't. You will more than likely enjoy it. Extreme by far. Extreme is the best man flanker. I'm assuming you meant to say best boss flanker. But we're gonna put this one back, and we're gonna get to the other one that I already showed you guys. I'll go Yves Saint Laurent's La Nuit de l'Homme. I almost said why. I almost said why. Up against YSL's L'Homme. Oh my god, I'm a mess when I'm trying to pronounce YSL or when I'm trying to talk about these. But I'm wearing L'Homme. I'm wearing L'Homme for my fragrance of the day. I think it's good. I think it's incredible. Honestly, one of my favorite scents, but just doesn't last that long. That's its biggest fault, I would say. Does not last long at all. But it almost has like a sunscreen vibe to me. I don't know if I'm crazy for saying that, but it almost gives me like a sunscreen vibe. But yeah. So it almost gives me like a sunscreen vibe. And La Nuit de l'Homme is a super good date night fragrance. It has a pretty addicting blend of cardamom and tobacco. So it's a good date night fragrance. When would you wear these? Obviously, date nights, cooler weather. You could wear La Nuit de l'Homme any day. I mean, honestly, it's super versatile. I would say it's the best in the summer though. Hugo Boss. Oh, Hugo Boss Man is a flanker. Okay. I want to smell reverse. I've heard good things about reverse. I found a bottle for like 20 bucks, but I didn't end up picking it up. I've came. Okay, congrats. What's your favorite Hugo Boss? Probably the two that I've smelled. So Hugo Boss Extreme or Hugo Boss Energize. I don't have a preference between the two that I have. Happy Pride. Happy Pride Month, everyone. Ha el pollito. Okay, I got no clue. We're gonna see. All right. So L'Homme ended up winning. Honestly, I kind of agree with that. I'm gonna hold my tongue. I'm gonna say I agree with that. I haven't worn La Nuit de l'Homme. as an actual fragrance of the day. I'm saving it for when it gets cooler out and, you know, when I go on a date night. But the thing that I have heard is La Nuit de l'Homme doesn't have good longevity either. So that's just what seems to be the biggest problem with the L'Homme line. But do you like any Issey Miyake fragrances? My dad has the EDT of L'Eau d'Issey pour Homme. And that one's good. That one's good. Yeah, I'm not gay, but happy Pride Month, everyone. Also, Kobe, I just deleted your message. I didn't like block you. Okay. Okay. All right, Kobe, come on, man. Come on. All right, Kobe, please. Come on, man. And then we're gonna get into the last one that I showed you guys, and then we're gonna be in all new ones. And again, this one, like I said, I don't know if it does technically count as flankers, but I'm counting it for this. JPG Le Beau EDT. Super good coconut, bergamot, and tonka bean up against Ultramall. A super good, it's a super good pear vanilla scent, so it's sweet. But yeah, let's see what one you guys prefer between these two. For me, Ultramall, oh my god. Ultramall. Okay, so for me, these are my two favorite JPGs. And if you were to ask me which one my favorite one is right now, I would say it's Le Beau because it's warmer out. If it's cooler weather, I would say Ultramall. But they're both incredible. I love them both, and you can't go wrong with either of them. Hard choice. I agree with that. My bad. I love all the gauges. LeVar has to be my fave. I don't know where LeVar's been. Oh, also, the person on my rating my subscribers collection part 2 video, the last person who had the no name and had like the weird picture, that was LeVar. And then he emailed me, or I can't remember if he emailed me or he might have been in a live, or he DM'd me or something on Instagram, but he said, "Oh yeah, that was me," and I was so confused because he could have said like, "By the way, it's LeVar," because it like his Gmail didn't have a name or anything, so I was just confused. For real, Joshua, it's a hard choice. We're gonna see. Okay, all right, I'm ending it right here. 8 votes, 62% went for Le Beau, 38% went for Le Male. Honestly, if it was cooler weather, I could definitely see. Or Ultramall, not Le Male. If it was cooler weather, I could definitely see Ultramall winning. But as of right now, I would agree with that. Le Beau's better right now. At least if you're in the U.S. If it's flipped, hey bro, what does blue jeans smell like? I'll talk about that in 1 second. If you're like, and for instance, Mexico, probably go with Ultramall right now because it's cooler weather. But yeah. All right. But blue jeans. Let's talk about it. Hey bro, what does blue jeans smell like? Do you like it? Yes, I love blue jeans. As Very Boy said, he loves blue jeans. I do. I really enjoy it. Gotta go Le Beau because it's hot down here. It's getting warm. It's getting warm for me. Have you tried the new green JPG? I have not tried the Paradise Garden. You should go live with Nubs. I want to. But talking about Versace blue jeans, let's see what Benji said about it. Vanilla, slightly spicy, aromatic. That's a pretty good way to sum it. It's powdery, sweet, has a hint of vanilla, has a rose note, so it has a floral side because it has rose as like its prominent floralness, but it has some other floral notes, and it definitely does smell like it's from the 90s, not like it's outdated or anything, but you can definitely tell it was made in the 90s, but not in a bad way. If anything, more in a leering way. But this is good. I love it, and it's like $20. But yeah, I really like it. I think it's good. And as Joel said, the bottle looks really cool. It looks like a nice vintage soda. I really like the font. I don't know why I like the font so much, but I'm gonna show you guys this. Yeah. Benji said, "Bro, why you gotta get him started on blue jeans?" But I'm gonna show. Okay, here. I'm gonna show you guys I'm gonna show you guys the can, and I'm gonna stop talking about blue jeans. But I love this can. I don't know. It looks super nice. It reminds me of just like corduroy. I mean, well, obviously blue jeans. So it reminds me of jeans. But but it's good. And I just love like this shade of blue. But yeah, okay. That's pretty much the extent of me talking about blue jeans for this live. I traded, okay, so, I traded, what was I going to say? I traded my Latafa Kamarikawa a while ago, and I moved its box out of everything. And I never moved the cans, so now the cans, as you guys can see, I just screwed them all over, so now it actually looks good. Is blue jeans mostly hated on, or would I get compliments, or could I use it as a signature scent? You could definitely use it as a signature scent. It's really versatile. It's good for the summer, especially. That's when it's the best. I've actually worn it to school and gotten a bunch of people's blind reactions, like without telling them what it was. A lot of people actually liked it. So I would say, yes, it would be a good fragrance. 14 more subs. Hey, everyone, please subscribe to Barry Boy so he can join, so he can be on one of my lives. But we're going to get into the next round. We're going to go, all right, kind of take a classic fragrance, CK1. And what's it going up against? It's going up against, well, obviously CK1 Shock. That's the only other CK1 I have in my collection. CK1 Shock. So, CK1 came out, I believe it was 1991, and it's a very citrus, fruity fragrance. The thing about this cologne is it doesn't last anymore. Like I said, it's been out since 1991, so a lot of reformulations, but I think it's still a good fragrance. I would not recommend, okay, here's the thing. I wouldn't recommend wearing it and buying it, because it just doesn't last. I would say go with something still clean, woody, citrusy. Go maybe, I don't know, just find something. Don't go with this fragrance. It doesn't last long, but the scent is still nice. CK1 Shock is a total different play on CK1. It has tobacco and lavender. It's good. It's great for the winter, and it has just a really nice floral. And I know it's gonna sound stupid when I say this. It's a very floral lavender. Obviously, it's gonna be floral. It's a flower, but a lot of colognes that have lavender in it, it's not really like a floral side. But because this one really just revolves around lavender, it's a very floral fragrance after it dries down. You get that first initial blast of tobacco, then the tobacco goes in the background, and it's a really nice blend of like some powdery notes and the lavender. So it's good. Y'all think Kamra overhyped? I think Kamarikawa is not overhyped. I've not smelled the actual original Kamra. But we're gonna see what one you guys. Alright, so 50, okay, so somehow CK1 beat CK1 Shock 56% to 44%. That's surprising. That's surprising. What would you rate Versace? It depends which one. I don't want to smell like air freshener. It smells good, not for me. That's fair. Are 9 p.m. and 9 a.m. nice? So 9 p.m. smells like Ultramall. It definitely has differences. I don't prefer, I say if you have the money, save up for Ultramall. But if you want something, I'd say it's not a clone in my opinion. It's more of an inspired by Ultramall because it kind of takes it and does it in its own different way. So I would say if you have the money, get Ultramall. But it's decent. Off and on 9 a.m. reminds me of a more fruity and just a little more fruity and sweeter like Jimmy Choo Man. Should I buy expensive shit? Sure. Up to you. Show us your clone fragrances, please. I don't have any clone fragrances, do I? Oh, I guess I do have some that are clones. All right. I'm going to go put this back real quick. Y'all need to get your nose on Chalk. It's good. You guys definitely need to get your noses. Oh, and Barry Boy, congrats on getting 4 subs. So the ones that I have that are clones, let's see. Bang. No, that's not a clone. Oh. Okay, bang, bang. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. All right, I'll end this one. All right, so the 3 clones that I have are Mont Blanc Legend, Halloween Man EDT, and Mont Blanc Explorer. Mont Blanc Legend, clone of Abercrombie & Fitch's Fierce. Woody, fruity, citrusy, with a slight vanilla in the background. Really versatile. You can wear it on the coolest days in winter and the hottest days in summer. It's super good. Mont Blanc Explorer, clone of Creed Aventus. Woody, citrusy, really nice, professional smelling. I've never smelled the actual Creed Aventus, but it does still smell nice. And I think it's good. I think if you don't want to spend $300 on Creed Aventus, but you don't want to spend like $20 on like some cheaper clone of it, and you want to get something that actually is good quality, get it. Mont Blanc has great quality fragrances, and you can find them at rack stores for pretty cheap. And Halloween Man EDT is a clone, or at least is similar to the EDT of 1 million. I absolutely love this. I'm not the biggest fan of the original 1 million. I haven't got my nose on it in a while though, so I definitely need to smell it again, see how it compares to this. But this is good. It lasts like 9 hours on my skin. It's fruity, it's tonka bean heavy, and it's good. But yeah, it's good. Hi, what's up? Joel, just talk about whatever you want, fragrance related. You don't need a ton to start. Yeah, I mean, definitely if you want to start, and you don't have a lot of fragrances, what I recommend is make videos that are like, what do you guys think I should get? You know? So, like, if I didn't have colognes when I started, here's what I would do. I would make some videos about, you know, like, do a fragrance of the day every day, like I do. That's what I recommend. But what I would say is make videos and be like, what do you guys think I should get from the rack stores? What do you guys think I should order online? So definitely there's ways to do it even if you don't have the biggest collection. So I would say go for it. We, like, everyone in this chat will support you. You know, you guys all support me. So in return, we would all more than likely support you if you guys would do that. But I would just say go for it. You know, I started my channel off a whim, really had no clue what I was doing, and it really just grows on you. Like, making content grows on you. Hey DJ, what's up, man? Top 5 cologne in your collection. LeBeau, Ultramall, Stronger With You, EDT. I would throw, what else? Dylan Blue and Blue Jeans in there. That's my top 5. Who do you think is winning the NBA Finals? I would probably say, as much as I hate to say it, I would probably say the Celtics. Hey Benji, have a good night, man. I'll see you in the next live. But yeah, probably Celtics, as much as it pains me to say it. Do you have any Middle Eastern fragrances? I had Latafa Kamarkawa, but I traded it, but I have Rasasi Hawass, Invictus styled fragrance. It's good. I like it. A lot of people say it was overhyped. I got my hands on the bottle, and my verdict, it's not overhyped. It definitely, it's the slightest bit overhyped. If anything, I would say at this point, it's more overhated than overhyped, because now people just hate on this cologne. It was super popular to wear, and now it's an NPC cologne. You know, you don't smell good if you wear it, which is the thing that I hate about, I guess, more than anything, TikTok with fragrances, because something will be popular, and as soon as it's not popular, it's not cool to wear anymore. So I think Hawass is good. If you like Invictus, you'll enjoy it. So I would say it's good if you're looking for something that smells like Invictus. How many subs I need to go on live with you, Mykah? You need 50. Yeah, you just need 50. My brother have LeBeau. LeBeau's great. Kyrie, okay. I mean, I would say my big thing about the Mavericks is they just don't have the depth like the Celtics do. They got Al Horford, Kristaps Porzingis. If I'm not mistaken, he's injured right now, but he should be coming back. So they've had a dominant run without Kristaps Porzingis. So I think he comes back, it's endgame. If he doesn't end up coming back, the Mavs more than likely have a chance to win. I want Dallas to win so I can see Kyrie win one more championship and Luka win his first championship. Luka will definitely win more than one. I think Hawass is way overpriced right now. It definitely just depends where you get it. Tatum too inconsistent. Luka and Kyrie are beasts. You got to count though. Right now it's really Tatum. Okay, here's the thing. you have Luka, Kyrie. You could throw in PJ Washington, throw in Derek Lively, throw in Derek Jones Jr. Apart from that, you got some notable some notable role players, but really not anything special. For the Celtics, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, Jrue Holiday, Derek White. They're an incredible defensive team. I didn't even mention Kristaps Porzingis. And they just have. I feel like, in my opinion, they have a lot more depth. And especially at that center position, they have Al Horford right now. They might get Kristaps Porzingis back in before the end. So I say, and again, like I said, if Kristaps Porzingis gets healthy and stays healthy for the remainder of the season, Celtics are winning. No way they don't. But yeah. Hey Louie, how are you doing? Should I get Invictus Victory Elixir? Yeah, it's good. I recommend it. They play injured teams. I don't know which one you're talking about. Gary Payton Jr. Yeah, Gary Payton Jr.'s good. Well, Gary Payton. No, you mean Tim Hardaway Jr. Gary Payton Jr. Gary Payton Jr. is on the Warriors. Tim Hardaway Jr. The thing I don't like about him, he'll have one night where he'll score 38 points, and then in the next 5 games he'll score 38 points. 10 away. Hey, everyone, if you guys have not subscribe to Barry Boy, please do it. We're trying to get him to 50 subs. As a beginner who has no clones, which is my first one be, I can't spend a lot on money on it. I would recommend go Mont Blanc Legend. Mont Blanc Legend EDT, it's like $30. Probably the best first cologne you can ever get. Now that Maxi Kleber is back, I think the Mavs win. If Dallas actually has a lot of depth, Gafford and Lively going to baby Horford and KP. I wouldn't necessarily say Maxi Kleber is necessarily a game changer. You know, he doesn't do that for me. He's a good player, don't get me wrong. He's shown that he can shoot the three very efficiently. The Celtics, though, you got, if Porzingis is healthy, you have, 4 20-point per game scores? You got Jrue Holiday, can easily score 20 on any given night. Jason Tatum averages over 20. Jaylen Brown averages over 20. If I'm not mistaken, Kristaps averages, he might have been averaging over 20, but I think they're going to win. I understand the depth even with Porzingis, but bro, there's something special about this Mavericks team. Go Kyrie, Tatum not clutch in my opinion. Someone who's surprisingly been clutch over their playoff run, Jaylen Brown. I know he at least made one game winner. But I don't know. It's just, I'm saying, if Porzingis stays out, it's like a 50-50 shot. Porzingis comes in, I think they're winning. I didn't hear what you said about, or if you didn't read about, is Paradise Garden good? I've never smelt it. White and Brown are clutch. Thoughts on 1 million Lucky? I don't like 1 million Lucky. Yo, what's up, man? How do you feel about the playoffs? I think Mavs this year. I'm saying Celtics if Porzingis comes back. I just ordered Menser Aoud Cafe. I've never smelt that one, but I've heard good stuff. Where can I get Mont Blanc Legend Spirit for a really good price? I smelled it at the mall and it was really nice. Just look on discounters. Jaylen Brown is better than Tatum. Through this playoff run, I would have to agree with that. I think when it comes down to it, when it's needed, like when it's extremely needed of him, Tatum will come through. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. Hey, of course. All right, but we're going to get back into the fragrance battles. After I put Hawas away. Actually, I'm going to do it real quick. Biggest cologne bottle you have, it would be a 6.7 ounce of L'Homme or 6.7 ounce of CK1. But let's see. Now, since I was just talking about it, we're going Legend EDT up against Legend Red. Legend EDT, woody, fruity, citrusy with a hint of vanilla. And Legend Red is citrus heavy, has some wood notes, and it has a really creamy tonka bean, which I think makes it super attractive and good for the summer. Kyrie, my favorite player of all time. I have his last name. He does have his last name. OKC is the best. Disagree. 100%. Worst 1 seed I've ever seen. Legend Red is more of a winter fragrance. Okay, I absolutely disagree with that. Yeah, absolutely disagree. Okay, Fat Boy Fragrances. This is the one take I've heard you say on my lives that I absolutely disagree with. It's, in my opinion at least, right? Not at all a winter fragrance. It's a summer, spring. Maybe you can use it in fall. Um, but skip both of these. No. I mean, we're voting on all of them. But I just personally wouldn't say Legend Red is a winter fragrance. I would say it's definitely summer because you have that citrusiness, the woodiness, and that tonka bean. But as I always try and say with my channel, fragrances go up to opinions. If you think it's a winter fragrance, it's a winter fragrance to you. So that's one thing I think is stupid. I got like 2 comments. I got 2 comments today about me wearing blue jeans. And it's like I try and explain to everyone. It's like, okay, you might not like blue jeans. I personally enjoy it. I'm gonna keep wearing it, but everyone is like, oh, get rid of it. It's like I like it, so I'm gonna wear it. I found it at 1.7 ounce of Legend Spirit for $27 on fragrance. Now, how much is it for a 3.4 ounce? Your team haven't been good since D Rose. Come on, man. What parfum de Marley's you like the best? I haven't smelled any of them. Red is kind of generic. It is pretty generic. You should do your AI vid idea. I can't remember what that idea is, to be honest. Compared to the other legends, it is, but I can kind of see it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. I'm gonna just leave it at that. There's no point in keep in going over that. And I don't mean that in any rude way. I don't know if that is rude. To me, that wouldn't be rude, but I don't mean any offense when I say I'm just gonna move on from that. But they're both great fragrances. Legend Red, I mean, versatile. That's what I would say between those two. Isaac, you have a good night. No worries. That's what's great about this fragrance game. Absolutely. But that's something that a lot of people need to understand. Not everyone's gonna have the same opinion with fragrances. Um, and it's something that gets annoying. This guy, okay, and we're gonna see which one won. Okay, Legend won 60 or 87% to 13%. What else you got? Okay, so I know you want to see what the other fragrances are. I go through everyone. I try and get everyone to vote. So I'm gonna move on from it, but I'm getting through this one. Legend won 87% to 13%. But yeah. But what was I saying? I'm totally lost now. Hold on. I'm gonna respond to this comment real quick. Make a cologne based off air. Okay, I had an idea. Once I get monetized, I want to try and like make my own fragrances. Because you need perfumers, alcohol, you need fragrance oils, and pretty much that's it to make like the actual fragrance part. So I want to expand, or I want to try and do that. And I was talking to King Fragrance. I said that I want to like put it in AI and see just like what kind of combination of notes they give me. I'd be like, I want to make, I like I'll tell AI, I want you to make a fragrance that you would wear to an ice cream shop or something, and just like see what it makes, and like actually test them out and see. Um, but as I was saying, this guy on my last week's fragrance rotation commented and was just like blue jeans is crap, get rid of it, and a bunch of stuff. And then he commented like pretty much saying, I mean, it wasn't the same exact comment, but same thing, like get rid of blue jeans, it's horrible. So I just responded to him. I said, look, you said like the same thing last week. I said, I understand you might not like blue jeans. I personally like it. And then I said, so could we move on from, talking about it? Um, and like, not even like I'm offended, I'm upset because someone doesn't like a cologne. In the end, it's cologne, right? But with people who, I guess, try and I guess make their opinions seem more important than anyone else's, they're like, oh, I don't like this fragrance, so you should get rid of it. I just always try to respond. I always try to reinforce like what I've been saying. Fragrances are opinions. That's what really matters in the end. Um, should I make my or yes, or they're always hating on Mykah for wearing blue jeans, dude. I don't know why so many people hate on it. Oh, what blue fragrance should I get? Luna Rosa Ocean or YSL EDP? Probably YSL EDP. Thoughts on La Male EDP? I don't know which one that one is. Because there's La Male, but then there's La Male Parfum, La Male Elixir. Just tell me which one it is. Should I make my first vid showing my collection, asking what editions? Yes, you should. That'd be a great idea. Make your own. I really do want to make my own. How old are you? I've said this multiple times. I'm 15. It's such a lovely smell. It is a lovely smell, and it outperforms most of the fragrances I have in my collection. But we're gonna move on to the next fragrance battle, and I'm doing the thing where I just match up whatever fragrance wins. This time, what do I want to go with? Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. Stronger With You EDT up against Stronger With You Intensely. So Stronger With You EDT really revolves around a nice chestnut and vanilla. It's sweet, not a gourmand fragrance by any means, but it's sweet, has a nice almost caramel vibe. The Intensely honestly has that same smell, but almost has like an added booziness, an added carameliness, and added sweetness. So if you want something a little more boozy, a little more caramely, or just a little more sweet, go with Intensely. But these are both amazing, and Stronger With You EDT is my favorite fragrance. I finally got Hollis to smell Stronger With You Intensely. She's been over to my house multiple times, but I don't know how, but she never smelt it when she had come over the previous times. So she finally smelt it, and she thought it smelled really good. I asked her, do you like it more than the EDT? And she said no, which I agree with that. I don't like it more than the EDT. I love both these fragrances. They're good. And Intensely has that same DNA as the EDT. And to some people, I guess you could say improves on it. But just I would say, nostalgia factor makes me really love the EDT. Le Male Parfum, I have it. I like it a lot. So personally, I don't like Le Male Parfum. I'm not the biggest fan of iris heavy fragrances. I do like Dior Homme Intense, for example. Prada L'Homme is decent too. But I'm just not the biggest fan of Le Male Parfum. If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, it's still a good fragrance. But I would, at least in my opinion, probably rate it like a 7.6 out of 10. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. I more than likely will end up getting a bottle just because I want to complete I just kind of want to complete the whole line, if that makes any sense. I'm almost always going to, or it's almost always going to be better to default to the Stronger With You version of flankers, depending on price. It's almost always going to be better to default to the stronger version of flankers. Could you rephrase that question, please? I'm sorry. I guess I just don't really understand the question. It's almost always going to be better to default to the stronger version of flank. Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. Okay, I get it now. So, yes, if it's something like Stronger With You EDT and then Stronger With You EDP. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's still an EDT. Oh no, this is a Eau de Parfum. So, yes, that is a pretty good rule of thumb, if you have the option to divert to a higher concentration of fragrance. But really, with that, I would say, um, just smell it and decide what you get. And just decide what you think is better. But I don't know why for some weird reason, I would. You said stronger version of flankers. And in my head, I thought you were just talking about Stronger With You, and I was just like, what? Can't wait to get Stronger With You. I'll almost be done with my designer fragrances. Hey, Stronger With You is good. Hey, Jackson, you have a nice night, man. Just need Prada and Givenchy. That's fair. I disagree. YSL L'Homme EDT is 1000% better than the EDP. I haven't smelled the EDP. All right. But Intensely ended up winning 6 votes to 10. You guys know I'm probably heartbroken right now. Not really. It's just fragrances. But in my opinion, you guys know what my vote will go to. You guys know I absolutely love Stronger With You EDT. How do you feel about YSL? Myself, EDP. Got it as my first fragrance after smelling a few, and I can't get over it. I'm going to go grab my brother's bottle of it, because it's one that I have a review of it out. So if you guys want to check out my review on it, definitely go do that after the live. But I'm going to go grab it so I can talk about it. All right. Hey, what up, man? What's your favorite box? Oh, favorite box. I'm gonna answer that real quick. Favorite box. Okay. Well, any of the Stronger With Yous, they're the same box. But it's super nostalgic, and I love this box. Another honorable mention. I don't. I love these Hugo Boss boxes. I don't know. It just looks super nice to me. I like the color. But yeah, I'd probably say that. I'd probably say Stronger With You. What's this? What's this box? Oh, this is my brother's Invictus box. It looks good, but it's not my favorite box. But talking about YSLs myself, it's good. If I'm not mistaken, it has some woodiness and it has some orange blossom. This stuff isn't the strongest fragrance, but it leaves a really nice scent trail. My brother paid $125 for a 2.5 ounce. I think it's worth every penny. But I would like to see it come down in price. But Lamal EDT up against Lamal Elixir. Lamal EDT vanilla and lavender combo came out in the 90s. Lamal Elixir released last year, 2023. It has that original lavender and vanilla combo, but expands on it a little bit with tobacco, honey, and the vanilla I would say is more prominent, but it also has, what else does it have? It has something else. I'm completely blanking on it right now. But let's see what you guys like. I know you guys are probably going to vote Lamal EDT. But definitely give Lamal Elixir. You guys are probably going to vote Lamal Elixir. But Lamal EDT, still a good fragrance, I would say. Lamal Elixir. All right. You guys vote on that. I'm going to go run this back right now. Let's see. Best box ever, Phantom Intense. Haven't seen that box. Let's go. I'm going to Ross and Marshall's. Any recommendations on cheap grails? Legend EDT. You're saying Lamal and it's Lamale as in male versus female. So it's Lamal. I thought it was Lamale for the longest time, and I still will slip up and say Lamale. But it's Lamal. If you see like Jean Paul Gaultier himself saying it, he says Lamal. And it's also French. So I don't know. And personally, I don't speak French, so I don't know if Lamal is just. I don't know what it translates to, but it is Lamal. But you are lucky Brian isn't here right now because he would have flamed you for saying that. But I'm like almost 100% sure it is Lamal. I will look it up though because I've heard multiple people say I'm saying it wrong, and I've heard and whenever I do say Lamale, people still say I'm saying it wrong. So I'll look that up. Elixir. Okay, well, nostalgia always wins. That's fair. But YSL Loam went in a different direction in the EDP to like this generic boozy, no ginger Loam. Old Time is a better flanker to the original. Discontinued though. Rasasi has a dupe though. All right. Here we go. So Lamal Elixir, no surprise, ended up winning 70% to 30%. Yeah, I don't think anyone was necessarily surprised there. There were obviously the 3 people who voted for Lamal EDT are probably surprised. But now it's Versace Eros EDT up against Versace Eros Flame. Eros EDT Elixir Best JPG. Barry Boy, I would just take that comment down right now. That's like one of the worst takes I've ever heard you say. Let's put this pull up Eros up against Eros Flame. All right, there we go. Oh, I see. Sure, I wasn't sure if you were misreading it. LOL. The French might pronounce it that way. Yeah, no, it's just like I said, I always used to say Lamal, or Lamale because it's spelt Lamale, but I just kind of looked at just what the most what majority of people say, and they say Lamal, and I heard Jean Paul Gaultier say he said Lamal, so that's what I just went off. Because if the creator of it is saying it, that's obviously what I'm gonna go with. But yeah. All right, there we go. What was the fragrance that got you into the hobby? Stronger With You EDT is what got me into the hobby. Is just me, or does the Dior cologne atomizer really clean? It's probably the best atomizer. So all Dior fragrances, if I'm not mistaken, have the same atomizer. But yeah, they all have the same atomizer. But super good pressurized atomizer. Uh, I would have, or I gotta try Elixir again. I would have tried it, but the Macy's employees be bugging. How? I definitely need to hear about that story. Link. Link. Okay, I agree with that. Flame was very nice, but slightly overrated. Okay, for me, excuse me. I used to like Eros EDT a lot more than Eros Flame when I first got it, but I definitely matured a little bit, and which is why I feel like I like Eros Flame. If you're younger, definitely Eros EDT is the best. Valentino best atomizer. It's like a shotgun. I do see what you mean. It spreads out a lot. Yeah, I don't know if I would say best atomizer, but definitely a good atomizer that covers a lot. Flame is just a spicy EDT for me. I don't really smell a difference. All right, well, we're gonna see what you guys think is better. All right, Eros EDT won 73% to 27%. So personally, I wouldn't have gone that way. If you guys have watched my channel, you guys know I would have gone for Eros Flame. Also, I'm gonna say this. We're already 51 minutes into the live. I don't know if I was just lollygagging the whole time, but we don't have enough time to finish this. So I'm gonna clean up real quick, and I'm gonna spend just the last 8 minutes actually talking to you guys, responding to your comments. I'm gonna read these right now. Isn't Jimmy Choo Man atomizer really good? Yes, pressurized atomizer also. They be trying to sell you in every corner. They got a worker for each brand, and all of them be asking what you want to buy or try. So that's definitely some best fragrance YouTuber. Like, are you asking me, in my opinion, what the best? Are you asking like me personally who I think the best is? Homeboy leans sweet for sure with his taste. How? If anything, like, if you're going off like that Eros or Eros Flame, I say Eros Flame in my opinion, so I wouldn't necessarily say sweeter. Have you tried Coral Fantasy or Green Extravaganza? I've tried both. Coral Fantasy, probably one of the most mass appealing tobacco fragrances you can get. Green Extravaganza is really good. I like it. Yes. Okay. My favorite fragrance YouTuber, personally, I have a couple favorite ones. Jeremy Fragrance, although he's on crack in like half his videos. Nubs Fragrances, Gents Scents, Rotten Rebel, Curly Fragrances. So just to name a few, those are the ones that I really like. And just smell better too. Love some of his stuff. Favorite fragrance bottle. Favorite fragrance bottle. I'm gonna have to go any of the Stronger With You bottles. That's my favorite. He is. Yeah, dude. Okay, like Jeremy. I don't know. It's like his stuff used to be normal, and it's not even like his stuff is weird now, but he just does the most random stuff. And I don't think it's all like a ploy for attention. I genuinely think like Jeremy Fragrance is the epitome of someone being high on life. You know, because Jeremy Fragrance is out there. He's living life every day. He's enjoying it. He's having fun. And it's just crazy because I've never seen that much energy naturally come out of like a 30-year-old guy. So it's definitely crazy to me. But I won't lie, I still love and watch Jeremy Fragrance, even if he's a little crazy. But yeah, definitely. Here's my thing with Jeremy Fragrance. If you're just getting into fragrances, do not listen to anything Jeremy says. He has some of the most ridiculous takes, or he'll sniff like tuna juice and be like, and he'll sniff tuna juice and he'll be like, oh, very nice, very sweet fragrance. All right, night, Mykah, night chat. Thanks for all the love. Should be on here with you soon. Hey, Bear Boy, you have a good night. Check out Aaron Terrence Hughes. That's another one. I don't watch him that often, but I do watch him. Thoughts on Azara? Oh, and I'm gonna keep responding to that. But the thing I like about Aaron Terrence Hughes is because he's a perfumer, right? He has his own company. I enjoy his content a lot because he actually gives you an insight from, actually being in the fragrance industry. So that's one thing that I feel like if you're just getting into fragrances, he's a great one to be watching. Thoughts on Zara the Most Wanted? I like the EDP and the Parfum. Those are two good. Zara by Night. Never smelled that one. According to you, best perfume. If you're talking about perfume for women, probably Moschino Toy 2 bubblegum. We all a little crazy. Absolutely. Where'd you get the moon painting behind you? So my girlfriend's mom painted that for me. She went to this class. It's called Painting with a Twist, and you drink a bunch of alcohol and you get drunk and you paint. But it's all like instructed. And she didn't do that one at the place, but she had she made her own while she was there, obviously, and it's like an ocean with a pirate ship, and I said I wanted something similar to it for my birthday, so she made it for me. I absolutely love it, and I think it just looks nice in the background. If you guys take a look at my older videos, the background was a lot more complex. It was also a lot more messy, I will be dead honest, but I think honestly the background might stay like this. Obviously there's going to be some changes, but I think that the painting looks super nice, and that Michael Jordan poster, you can never go wrong with it. I guess what I'm trying to say is I like how simple my background is now. Definitely looks a lot more professional, and I feel like you all could agree with me on that. Tuna juice. It's insane, dude. I like I can't remember what he smelled one time. He was like he smelled a dog. I'm pretty sure it was a dog. It was some kind of animal. But I'm pretty sure it was a dog. And he walks up and he's like, "Smell of dog," and it's just like just the most random stuff ever. He says how Nautica Voyage is really good too. Okay, Nautica Voyage. I've said it. Not the worst cologne ever. I don't prefer it. There's a lot of better options for the price. Thanks, Berry Boy. I'll check it out. All right. But yeah. So I am gonna say this. My fragrances up until Wednesday have been picked out. So if we do fragrance battles, if it's up until Wednesday, it will not. I will not actually wear it as a fragrance. Hollis picked out my last three fragrances, or my next three fragrances for the last 3 days of school. Tomorrow, she said I should wear blue jeans. Tuesday, she said I should wear Dior Homme Cologne. And Wednesday, she said I should wear Acqua di Gio Profondo. So those are the three that I'm going to be wearing. Have you tried John Varvatos Artisan? No, I haven't tried anything from John Varvatos. There's an animal note. There's an animal note with whale sperm. On which one? Yeah, on what one? I have a bottle of it because I got it for free and it just smells like a sweaty cucumber. So I haven't heard sweaty cucumber. I've heard salty cucumber. That's honestly one of the most common comparisons I've heard about Nautica Voyage. But like I said, not the worst fragrance. There's better options for the price. What's your most complimented fragrance? My most complimented fragrance, I actually ended up trading it away. It was Latafa Kamarikawa, and I got like 6 compliments in one day. So, I don't 6 compliments. Looking out from someone who's not really into fragrances, you might think, oh, like 6 compliments is like like still a decent amount of compliments, but it's not like the most compliments. But 6 compliments on your cologne is actually pretty good. Obviously, a lot of your top compliments might be like 10 in one day or something, but it was 6 in one day. And yeah, so that's my most top complimented fragrance. I don't know the cologne. I think an Old Creed. Yeah, there's one and it's like deer gland. Well, deer. Okay, so musk. What? Hey Joel, you have a good night. You're gonna make your first. Okay, make your first video. Tell me when you post it. I will watch it. What are your thoughts on LeBeau? I have LeBeau. It's right there. I'm not gonna pull it out because I am getting off live here in a minute. But really good coconut, bergamot, and tonka bean. Great fragrance. I love it. But so you can't use real musk anymore. Sorry, that comment was kind of weird. I just read it. But you're not allowed to use real musk. If you don't know, deer musk is like it's like in some part of like their glands, and like you kill the deer and cut them open, get their glands, cut it out, extract whatever musk. But you can't use that anymore, or like you can't use real tonka bean anymore. There's a bunch of things that I just think are interesting because they're health concerns or a bunch of stuff that's interesting, but no one's if I'm not mistaken, no one's died from wearing fragrances. A lot of people always try and say, "Oh, fragrances are so bad for you." There was this video I saw, and this person was like, and they were like, "If you're still wearing colognes, watch what it does to this grass." And they sprayed a bunch of like perfume on grass, and the grass died. Well, if you put alcohol on grass, it's gonna die. So obviously, it's gonna kill the grass. But you can put alcohol on your skin. You can drink alcohol. Obviously, we're talking two different types of alcohol, but still same thing. Alcohol, whether it's rubbing alcohol or a liquor alcohol, technically is the same thing. But do not drink rubbing alcohol. I swear, if any of you guys go and drink like rubbing alcohol, it's not my fault. But obviously, so it's fragrances aren't bad for you. That's what I'm trying to say. But this person put, you're not the only one to put Minecraft cords in your hand. Oh, my bad. I thought the writing on your hand were coordinates in Minecraft. Do you have any clones for Oud Wood? I don't have any clones for Oud Wood. No, it's not coordinates. I went to my trampoline park, and that was the timestamp they gave me. Good for summer or winter. Versatile, but summer in specific. Alcohol, good for you. Drink responsibly. Alcohol is not good for you. Even in moderation, it's not good for your liver. But definitely do drink responsibly. Do not drink and drive. Do not do any dumb things when you're drunk that can get you in trouble or puts people around you in risk. So if you do decide to drink, if you do decide to smoke marijuana, if it's recreational for you, make sure you do all that stuff in a safe way so you don't put yourself or people around you in jeopardy. What are your go-to fragrances for summer? Le Beau, Dior Homme Cologne, Acqua di Gio Profondo, Versace Dylan Blue, and Versace Blue Jeans. Is Le Male Elixir good for summer or winter? Winter. Wine is good for the heart. Okay, yes, that is the one alcohol that is technically good for you. A study came out. It was like if you drink a cup of wine with dinner, I can't remember if it was every day or every other day, but it's actually good for your heart. Or I can't remember if it's good for your heart, but it's good for something. It might be heart, like King Fragrance said, but that's the only alcohol that is technically good for you. But again, don't drink it all the time. Drink in moderation. But just try not to drink if you can. In my opinion, Elixir is so mid. It's definitely a little overrated. I will give you that. Yo, just found this channel of vids. Hey, I appreciate that. But everyone, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for this was a pretty good live. So I hope everyone has a good night. I hope everyone stays safe. If you guys are just getting out of school or, close to getting out of school, if you're out of school, enjoy your guys' summer, try and do something productive with it. If you get a job, that's great. If you start a YouTube channel, that's great. I recommend try and do something with your summer. If you guys are about to get out of school, definitely push forward through it. You guys got it. You'll more than likely only have a couple days left. If you guys are adults that have to work, keep pushing through it. The grind will pay off. But everyone have a good night. Have a good night, brother. Keep up the good work. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Good night, King Fragrance. Everyone, stay safe. Video dropping tomorrow. I'm reviewing my dad's collection, obviously fragrance of the day and other short form. But hey, Joshua, you have a good night. But everyone, stay safe. I'll see you all in my next live tomorrow night. Stay safe and have a good night, everyone.